Srila Prabhupada used to say that you should do what I'm doing. Sometimes he said, you should do more than I'm doing, or you can do what I'm doing. And of course, we thought, well, we can't do that. But he thought we could, and he wanted us to, and I want to explain why. Prabhupada would often say that his godbrothers were very advanced, his godbrothers were very renounced, his godbrothers were very learned. Many of his godbrothers had much association with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. And it was a surprise to his godbrothers that he became so successful. And he would often say that I don't feel qualified to do this job. I don't feel qualified for this service. And this was Prabhupada's internal mood. I'm actually not qualified to do this. And then when success happened in ISKCON, then he would say, the success is because of the order of my spiritual master. That's why we're successful. Not because I did it, but because he did it, and I was willing to follow his instruction. So then, based on that experience, that who am I? I was just a grihasta. A few years before I took sannyas, my Guru Maharaj forced me. I didn't want to do it. I came to the West. All I had was some books, no money, and his order. The real valuable thing I had were the books, of course, but his order was the most valuable thing I had. And then Prabhupada said some of his godbrothers wanted the property of his Guru Maharaj, and they got that. But the most valuable thing was the order, and they didn't take the order to spread Krishna consciousness around the world the way Prabhupada took it. So, now, Prabhupada is telling us, you, as I have 5,000 disciples, you all have 5,000. As we know, he asked Jayapataka Maharaj, 50,000. And now some of our godbrothers have 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. That's more than Prabhupada. And we have more temples in India than we had in the whole world when Prabhupada left. So externally, it does look like his disciples are doing more. Of course, we understand it's his mercy that's doing everything. It's the mercy of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. But this explains why Prabhupada would say, do as I'm doing, or do more than I'm doing, or you can do more than I'm doing. Because it's not you who's going to do it, it's the order. And if you stick to the order, then you'll be successful. And the example was given, Advaita Acharya had some sons. Some were obedient, some were not. Those who were obedient were successful. Those who were not obedient were not successful in their spiritual life. So, the point of talking about this is that we should not think, well, it's my qualification that's going to determine whether I'm successful or not, and therefore limit ourselves based on our qualification. That may be, in a practical sense, relatively true in some circumstances, but I'm speaking generally. We should generally not limit ourselves because the power is coming from following that order, being chaste to the order. And again, that's why Prabhupada told us we could do things we didn't think we could do, because it was his personal experience that he was seeing the Krishna consciousness movement spread all over the world, and he didn't feel that he was qualified, therefore he felt we also can do it. So I'm just making this video for all of us to understand that if we limit ourselves, understand that the limitation is not our ability or lack of intelligence, lack of ability. The limitation will ultimately be lack of our ability to chastefully follow, to be chaste to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.